Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Google Basic. I wanted to update you on the copy folder option and teach you how to maybe make a copied folder a little bit easier than even the previous way. In the past, you'll notice in the old instructions it would have you go to a spreadsheet. You'd have to put an add-on in. Well, they've since changed that, and I've sent you a link in a post, and I'm going to put this video obviously in there as well for you to watch. And that link should take you right here. The only difference is I've already accepted it and put it into my Chrome browser. It actually becomes a website, and it's a web application for your Chrome extensions, one of your Chrome extensions. So I'm going to go to my other window that I have open, so you can see copy folder right here now, along with all my drive and some of the other things that I have available. So once it's loaded into your Chrome browser as one of the apps that you have, you can click on copy folder. It'll bring a screen up here. This is way easier than it used to be, so I'm really glad that they've updated it. This has happened with a few apps that I've used in the past, and it seems to happen every semester. Something updates itself or changes the way you access it. So I appreciate your patience. There's always a way to do the same thing we've always done, and sometimes I get to explore those. I tried to catch up most of them, but this one I must have missed because it still works. My spreadsheet version still works because I had the original. Then from here, you're going to figure out which folder you would like to copy, and you're going to go search your drive. And while we're waiting, it's going to pop up, and I'm going to have a few to look at here. So as I'm looking through all of my folders here, let's just pick one in general. I'm going to go with Eddie's files, and I'll hit select. And I don't want to select a different folder. I'm just going to use his, so I'm going to hit next after that. And it's going to say copy of Eddie's files. That's what it's going to save it as or name it as in my account. So I'm going to hit next. And then you have some options to select from. If you want the same permissions to be available to you, which I would typically do, just so I would have editing privileges initially. And then if I decided to share that out, we can take care of that scenario from there. But I would do copy your permissions, same as original, and you can do root of my drive or custom if you want to go into detail with those. All I'm requiring you today for this assignment is to do just same as original. Let's see if we can get everything moved over. Yours is probably going to move faster than mine, so I may pause here in a second because you're going to have less in your folder because you're copying a folder that is the one you made for me. So I guess if I was going to give you a piece of advice here, make sure when you select a folder, select the same one that you're making for me, and it'll go way faster because there's nothing in it yet. Okay, so once you have all that taken care of, hit next. It's going to give you a review and start copying information. Check it out. Everything is the way I said I wanted it, so I'm just going to go ahead and click copy folder. And this is the part where it may take a moment, so I'm going to pause so the video doesn't run and you have to look at me sitting here. Okay, so after it spun there for a second, you're going to see this show up where it says success copying has started in the background, and it'll tell you some things you should know. You can close this window and copying will continue. The copy log will tell you when the copying is complete. So if you want to open a copy log, I'll show you what that looks like. This is the spreadsheet that I was talking about. This is the way we used to do it, and so this is what I would typically see in the background. And this one's huge, so it's going to take him a while to copy. Yours shouldn't take near as long. But eventually, yours is going to be really fast. When you go back to your drive, you should see a copy of that file show up if my computer will cooperate here. Let me get to the right drive here. There we go. And I'm guessing it's not done yet because there was a lot in it. But for argument's sake and time's sake, I'll save you the trouble. It should populate up in here and you should see a copy of so I should see a copy of, oh, there it is, it's already there. Copy of Eddie's files right here. And it'll actually inform me when it's all said and done. It looks like it's still updating based on the storage I see there. So take the time, and you can do this with any file, but this really expedites if you want to have a whole folder that you want to give a class. It really makes this method really useful, really easy to do. So I highly recommend it, and I'd be happy happy to help you if you're having any trouble, but that's about as easy as it gets as far as copying a folder. Um, Other than that, thank you for listening and have a good day. All right.